Hello, Marshall family. This is school therapist Miss Emily checking in. I am recording this video because I'm hoping to begin a series of videos to provide resources to help us cope in this very strange and unpredictable time. So today I wanted to take a moment to just discuss and talk a little bit about what anxiety is and to talk about why everyone tells you to take deep breaths when you're feeling anxious or stressed. Anxiety is something that everyone experiences. It's a normal stress reaction. So when we go through a stressful situation or we feel triggered by something that makes us feel overwhelmed or uncomfortable, we will most likely have what is the beginning of an anxiety reaction. So you have probably felt this before, maybe you're very familiar with it. Basically, it is coming from our most basic instinct as animals, which is fight or flight. So when we feel like we are in danger as animals, we will go into a state of fight or flight, which means that we are preparing to fight or run for our lives. Now that's really useful if we're in the woods and there's a bear or a mountain lion, right? That's a really useful instinct for us to have. While that's useful in the wild, it's very not useful, right? Or maybe debilitating, right? If you're feeling very overwhelmed and having an anxiety response in situations where it's best to remain calm and where you are going to be okay, right? So often what's happening to us is we're getting that sort of bear in the room feeling because we're triggered by something that feels overwhelming. And right now, I think for a lot of us, that's what we're experiencing. So the reason that we're told to take deep breaths when we're feeling this anxiety response is because there's a physiological thing happening when we have that fight or flight response, when we have the anxiety feeling. And often our bodies are actually doing some things inside to prepare us to fight or to flight, right? So that may include that increased heart rate, right? Our bodies start pumping that adrenaline feeling. That can include an increase in our breathing rate. So maybe we're breathing faster and more shallow. That's also in preparation to fight or flight. And so what can happen is we can experience these symptoms and feel super overwhelmed, and then our minds, our bodies, our hearts, we're not present. We're really in this space of extreme anxiety. So what happens when we start to take control of our breath is that we start to change that physiological response when it starts. So if we can learn to control our breathing and focus on our breathing when we start to feel that anxious feeling, we can actually change the chemistry of our bodies and let our bodies and our minds and our hearts know you're safe, you're okay, you're in control, there's no bear. So with that intro, I would love to offer you the opportunity to practice deep breathing and controlled breathing with a very simple exercise. Maybe you've done it before, maybe you've seen it done before and rolled your eyes at it. I encourage you to just have an open mind. We're just going to do a very, very simple thing that you can do on your own, which is just counted breathing. We'll just start there. So what I would like to do is just do a set of 3 4-count breaths. So that means I'll count to 4 and we'll breathe in for 4 and out for 4. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. You just do your best. What I do encourage you to think about is breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. Pretty simple. So the first thing we do is we just get all that stale breath out of our bodies. We let it out. Big exhale. And then we will breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out through our mouths. 2, 3, 4. In through our nose. 2, 3, 4. Out through our mouths. 2, 3, 4. One more time. We'll let it all go. Ready? In through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Out through your mouth. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. So in terms of your eyes, you can keep them closed if it feels good to close them. You can open your eyes and focus softly on something directly in front of you. Whatever you feel most comfortable with. The other thing to note is that depending on how much anxiety you're having, it may take 3 breaths, it may take 4 breaths. If you're feeling very anxious, it may take 10 breaths, 20. So this is just something to practice. The more you practice, the more control you have, and the more you're able to really respond to that anxiety feeling and remove it and feel calm and collected. Thank you so much for trying this out. This is a really simple way to calm the body, the mind, calm our hearts, and become grounded so that we can really focus and think with clear heads and clear hearts about how to best take care of ourselves, how to stay safe, and how to be well during this stressful time. You know, it is a stressful time. So please take care of yourselves. I will try to post some more useful coping skills very, very soon. All right. Thank you, Marshall family. I hope you have a good rest of your day.